What's up, guys? So I wasn't gonna read any more of these. I was just gonna post them on my YouTube wall because, well, I'm not the best reader in the world, but people are like they like me giving commentary to this woman here that likes Bryan Kohberger. Like, she loves him. Like, literally, go check out her Facebook, guys. This woman literally is in love with Bryan Kohberger. It's freaking weird. That's the only way to look at it, guys. But anyways, let's get started. This is a long one. After running an errand, I feel like I want to get on here and share some of my thoughts and feelings. The wind was high today and somewhat of a nuisance with it blowing my hair as much as it did, but I woke up in the 5 a.m. hour to the sounds of strong gusty wind and checked the weather to see we have a wind advisory. One thing I expected with the last letter, she can't go without saying something about a fucking letter. Like, this girl keeps sending letters to Bryan Kohberger, and she acts like the mail's not sending them. That's why he hasn't wrote her back. No, he's probably getting a lot of letters because now I found another person that is in love with Bryan Kohberger, which I'll be doing a video on. Yeah, another weirdo. But yeah, maybe he just doesn't. Maybe he thinks you're weird also. I don't freaking know. One thing I expect with the last letter I went to Mel, my love interest, is. Oh my god, this woman is weird. Indecisions about which post office to leave it at for mail pickup. I drove to both post offices, although there are others in nearby cities that could also leave it. After I finally choose one, I have bothersome thoughts about maybe that aren't being the wrong one, and now it may not get sent out. Woman, they cannot not send your mail. That's against that's a federal offense to not send your mail. When I have thoughts like that, it doesn't have to do with any of the post office employees doing something to show they're untrustworthy, but because of the trust issues and fear of someone unjustly interfering with my life that put up a blockage for my desire. You blame it on the post office, but then you say it's not because of the post office employees. Okay, so it's the ghost walking around that are stealing your mail and not shipping it. Not the post office employees that are the only people that work at a post office. Okay, anyways. What the fuck? Oh, shit. Maybe in the future, sometimes could work out to where I could find out from my love interest how many letters he has received from me. And I know that maybe he has received some, but not all, because maybe someone wouldn't have started interfering with him receiving them until after he already received one or some of them. If anyone from any of the post office or postal services that I leave the letters to be picked up read my post, please have a change of heart and send all my mail I leave and treat me just like any other member of society that leaves mail. They can't read your mail, woman. Are you... What? Today's another number called that looked like it could be from a facility, although one like that hasn't called for some time. And although I know there's a chance it's not my love interest, I'm going to have to start answering numbers like that to make sure it's not him, because if he tries and gets no answer, he may stop and think that it's not important to me to talk to him. I don't deserve to have all my efforts of sending and writing my letters, interest mail, to be all for nothing because of some interference in injustice ways. Although, if anyone else writes him letters that have nothing to do with why I do, they may they may live someplace where the postal workers don't interfere with the mail, and he actually receives it, and that's not fair for me. Your postal workers aren't interfering with your mail. What? Wow. Didn't you say the postal workers aren't the ones that are doing it like earlier? Anyways, I wasn't trying to dishearten people that leave comments on my posts when I mentioned earlier that if it's for nothing, if they want me to read them, if they don't have bad intentions towards me, but I am in the right with what I said when it comes to me protecting myself and not letting others have power over me if they say bothersome things to me. That was just today, actually, when I went to send out Brian's latest letter, which included 2 photos, and I feel so indecisive about which post office to leave it at, and I wish I didn't have to worry so much about something like that, but the worries won't stop. Regard that. Okay? It's understandable how upset that would be to me to find out that someone interfered unjustly when if I would have went to different post office that wouldn't have. I know sometimes a person worries and fears can give someone an ideal that they wouldn't have otherwise thought of had you not mentioned it. And so in voice or in expression a certain fear it could make someone actually do it when they would have thought of it had you not brought it up, and that's not right. Even if that hasn't been my love interest calling any of these times, I wouldn't feel mad if I thought there was a chance it's him and then find out otherwise, since I'm just thinking of certain possibilities. Go find her on Facebook, guys, if you want to read stuff like this every couple hours. Like literally every couple hours.